We're about 10 miles due east of the U.S. Capitol building at Northwest Stadium in Landover. Straight ahead, a good look in store this afternoon. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Washington Commanders. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. We are ready for one final tune-up before the regular season begins. Off we go from Northwest Stadium. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So here come the Commanders, and they are led by the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2024. Greg, it was such a good rookie campaign for Jaden Daniels out of LSU.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year two. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year two, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year two is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
And a big run right out of the blocks. He gets forward for 9 on the first play of the game.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and a yard. The motion man here is McClure. Again, it's Eckler. And he'll bring this up to the 48-yard line, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 8. And the Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A waste of time.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Daniels now on 1st down. He takes off, and they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give him 11 on the scramble, and give them a new set of downs.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
That one is brought in by Terry McClure. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
He'll step up and run.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
At the 21-yard line.
Second and 1 now from the 21. On the handoff, this is Eckler. And I don't think he got there. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
They'll go with the sneak. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down.
For a Commanders first down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
He run this straight ahead with Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
Washington Commanders first down.
Well, if this opening drive is any indication of how the rest of this game's going to go, it seems this offense is going to be pretty content keeping the ball on the ground. A lot of success here early. Now it sets up first and goal.
Man in motion is Brown. They'll run here with Eckler. This time they're ready for him. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 for second and goal. Operating from the gun. It's all in trouble, and down he goes.
It's a loss of 8. Makes it third and goal.
So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Commanders with the football to begin the second quarter, as they will see what they can do with this third and goal. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on fourth and goal.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
His kick is good. And the Commanders will take a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. LeJohntay Wester now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So the Ravens will come out, and they are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
Little unusual, Mike, here. The first time this offense finds themselves taking the field is this late in the opening half. But the good news, they only trail by 3. So despite that long opening drive, a touchdown here gives them a lead with halftime looming. No need to rush. No need to get outside of your initial game plan. Go out there, take your time. Just try to find a way to come away with points on your opening possession. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. Going to go right back to Henry. And much more room to run on this one. Pickup of 8, and that'll bring up third down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third down.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this that on third down or critical moments That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
He runs with it. Crazy. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
First down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Jackson fires complete to Flowers. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second down.
2 minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They motion the slot man left. 2nd down, Jackson. He'll go right back to Flowers. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
1st and goal, and it's Henry. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. 2nd down.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
From the gun, Jackson. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
3rd and goal for Jackson. Good blocking, and he's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Ravens move out to a 7-3 lead.
Commanders 3.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, here's Luke McCaffrey. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Commanders' offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. Sammy has it working the middle. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
First and 10 at the
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He's trying to get that one to Noah Brown. And it'll be second down. Man in motion is Brown. To the air again is Daniel. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. Third and 6. Keeping in the air, here's Daniels. He'll try to run for it. Now the Commanders will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
On first and 10, here's Daniels. He'll run again. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
10 more yards.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hanson for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the second half is about to get underway. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. The Ravens offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with first and 10. Here's Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On second down, here's a run with Henry. And I don't think he got that wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at third down.
A loss of a yard on
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
They'll try to sneak it here. We will have a Ravens first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on third and a yard.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
A first down throw for Jackson. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down.
So obviously here in this one, the points have been at a premium. So now as you get into the second half, I think both these offenses start saying, all right, we've had a hard time sustaining possession. We've had a hard time going the long way. Let's try to generate some chunk plays and get a little life in our offense. And that one falls incomplete. But I think they got to just continue to attack downfield. A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. The Commanders' offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He'll step up and run this.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. They'll throw with Daniel. He gets it to Samuel, left side. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 23
They'll pick up 23 on that one. Good for a Commander's first down.
1st and 10.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So the key to these off-tackle style run plays, Mike, is you can't allow penetration. You cannot allow the defenders to get in your backfield, because when they do, the play really has no chance and you end up going backwards.
Here's a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun on 3rd down. Daniel. Downfield, got him, and he's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
Washington, first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this. First and 10. Fourth quarter begins on the ground. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Third and short, and it's Daniel. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. The big man, Nnamdi Madubuike, there for the sack.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
So out comes Matt Gay in a big spot. This to get back within a field goal. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they inch a bit closer here in this fourth quarter.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So it is back to a one-point game now in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. Wester now to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with first and 10. In motion goes Likely. Trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. Second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Go again here with Henry. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Baltimore.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out.
Bateman is the motion man. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. A minute 57 to go in the game.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. And now at 152, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Slot man gonna move in motion left. They'll drop to throw. That's caught. Derrick Henry. Now the Commanders will use their third and final timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. Ravens bring their punt team out as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to get back at it. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Daniel. To the outside, into the hands of McLaurin. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 17.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. First down, Washington. Here's Daniel. Right back to Brown. He's got it again.
Complete to Noah Brown. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
Here is 2nd and 7. Daniel gonna throw again. To the outside, catch made by Brown. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Out-breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Here we go. One final play. And it'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. Oh, the comeback falls short. Time runs out. This game is over. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They finish the preseason on an up note. Now they'll have a couple weeks to get ready for the season opener coming in September. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.